the 3-2-1 formula, we're going to kind of figure out what we want in these areas. Your lightest value is going to be a 1. If you're using colored pencil, then that's probably going to be like a yellow with a little bit of brown, like a very thin amount of brown in there. If you're using a micron pen, it's going to be a 03 or a 005 or a 03, depending on what type of pens you have. So we have a 1, we have a 2, and these orangey spots are going to be your kind of like your 3. I'm going to map it out so you guys know exactly what you need. This underside here is going to be a 4. And if you're using colored pencil with the 4s, you're going to be adding more and more. As you get to a larger number, you're going to add more and more brown with your yellow. You're going to blend it. It's like a paint by numbers. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay. If you have a light pressure on your hand, H should be fine, but I'm going to use an H2 because I'm a little nuts when it comes to my pressure. Like when I write, you can actually see the engraving of my stuff into the paper. So, all right. We're literally filling in the body with a side diagonal hatch. I'm holding my pencil like this. I'm giving myself a lot of leeway here. I'm filling in the entire space with the same pressure, not too hard, literally butterfly kissing it across my paper with the tip of my pencil. You don't want very much of that white peeping through. You're literally trying to get some filler shade in here. I call it filler shade because you're literally shading and filling in all the space with this gradient of graphite, which is H2, H, or H3, whatever. H3 might be a little too light. We'll see. I'm not going to worry so much about my tail. I want to show you guys how things shift. Okay, so you can gently kind of scratch in your shadow shapes. We call this contour. I'm scratching in this shadow shape here. Can you kind of see it? It's very light. And I'm going to scratch. I'm outlining just using a very, very light touch with my pencil. I'm easing up on my pencil. I'm not choking it. This is choking it. I'm easing up on my pencil to force me to kind of go light. You never want to outline an area. You just want to kind of map it out, give you a really gentle kind of, map of what you need. Okay. I don't want to draw over my areas that I have marked number 1. This is where my H2 is going to stay. Okay, I kind of have an area in which I know where I don't want to cross the line. I'm going to bump it up. This is a little bit darker. So instead of an H2, I'm going to go with a B or an HB. So think about kind of moving down the line here. So let's see what we got here. Right here. And I'm going to color in where the next darker shade's going to be. I'm not outlining. I'm literally using my shadow shape to create the outline. See that? It's not really outlined. It's filled in. It's colored in. I didn't draw, and right here I'm going to go super light because this is almost the same value, but it's just like a hair's width of a difference. So around this hip here, I'm going to go super light with my HB. And then when I get closer to down here, I'm going to darken or increase the pressure a little bit. Just a hair's width. See how much of a difference that makes? As your muscle kind of wraps down and around something, you will have the movement of shadow, a shift in shadow. So you got light, medium, and then as it gets down here and wrapping around the rib cage further away from the light source, it's going to get darker. So I'm almost going to just draw out. Right here I have this 2 shape, right? And it kind of connects up and around. I'm going to fill this in. And I'm going to move all the way around the body right now. I am not necessarily going to stay in one spot. Never stay in one spot. You literally want to move all the way around the body. Because if you stay in one spot, your brain literally will start kind of like sending you the wrong signals. Like you're going to look at something and you're going to want to keep building it and building it. But if you don't have all of your values in there, like if you don't put in your filler shade first, you're literally kind of making guesswork out of it all. And remember, when you have something three-dimensional where things start wrapping, you're going to kind of get like a gradient effect. You're going to have like a light, a medium, and then this part's going to be super dark around this finger here.